Hello everyone, today we are doing all-in-one CTF on TryHackMe. So let's have a look at our nmap scan. So we can see we have port 21, which is FTP open with anonymous allowed, and we have a port 22 SSH, and we have a PoE web server. So what we can do first is have a look at our FTP port as anonymous is allowed. So let's do ls to have a look at what's there, and it looks like there is nothing at all. So let's have a look at the web page instead on port 80. We may find something interesting. We have a basic web page, default Ubuntu page. So just the standard, source code, nothing special in it at all. So what we should do now is we run GoBuster. So you can just put GoBuster. U for your URL and W. My word list will be derbuster_small.txt. We'll see what this has to show. So I'll let this scan go for a bit, and we have two directories. We have a WordPress website, so this is a WordPress. So this Ubuntu server is running WordPress, and we have hackathons subdirectory, so we can have a look at hackathon, as that looks a bit weird. Damn, how I hate the smell of vinegar. Okay. So we have, it appears to be some form of text. Could be like a cipher. And vinegar. That could be vinegar. It like makes me think that this might be like a certain hash or like an encoded text. So we can go to Cybersecurity and put in vinegar, and there we have this here, which can be used to decode with a key, and we have a key here. So we may be able to use this to decode the text. Let's keep going in, and we want to go and get this text here as our source text, as we want to decode this. So let's go back to CyberChef and put this in. Oh wait, encode. Whoops, my mistake. We want decode, not encode. So let's go back here again, and let's get decode and put that in. So we get TryHackMe. So let's just put this here as a save, and let's go to our WordPress website as we add WordPress. So let's run GoBuster again, but on the WordPress website. So let's have a look at this website. It's help you practice several ways in exploiting the system. So there are a few intended ways to exploit the machine and some unintended one. So looks like there is some source code. So let's see if there's anything here. We have WordPress. Nothing really standing out to me right now. We have index. That could be index.php. Could be something interesting. Might have some like file inclusion maybe. So we have admin. Okay, so let's put admin in here and run this. Let's put admin and our password that we just had, which was TryHackMe. Put this here just to save this, and let's put this here, TryHackMe. See if this logs you in. No. How about admin? Maybe default. No. So what makes me think is that there might be a custom user on this website. So it looks like just running the default WordPress. So what we can do is WPS scan, and we could use the terms. Let's just get this code for a second. WordPress. And put this here. So what we want to be doing is using URL to get the URL of this website here. And we have an E for enumerator, and we want to put U here for users. So let's just let this run and see what comes up. So we have a user here that we have identified. So let's just copy this. And let's put this in the use name field. And let's copy this here, TryHackMe, and let's put the password in here. And let's see, so let's put this in. So since the password TryHackMe did not work, maybe you can just do hackme instead. You can try hackme and see if that would work. And do we have access? Let's just put this, the email is correct. So we have access and we know one username. We also saw like an outdated version of this plugin as well. We could exploit this. And if you run it without the E, you'd probably just get access to the plugins. But since we already have access, we don't need to worry about the plugins. So we have access as the admin on WordPress. Let's look at the comment. Just a standard comment. So let's go to appearance and let's go theme editor. So okay, I understand. So now what we can do is just create a reverse shell on our end. Let's do SC for netcat, and let's just make this bigger with LNVP and 4848 as our port we're going to be listening on. Let's put enter for that. Okay, so now let's create a reverse shell. Let's do revshells.com, as they do really good rev shells. We want a PHP reverse shell. Let's go to pentest monkey, and this will be my IP address. You want to change this to yours. And the port we'll be listening on is 4848. Let's copy this. And let's go here and let's just change this. And update file. And let's go to php.functions as well. Let's just update this for the fun of it. There, and just leave this 2020 script over there. Let's name this as that. Let's do file upload. Update file. And we already have access anyway. Let's do who am I. We are www.data. So okay, let's get a TTL shell first. So let's do ls, and we want to cut the TTL file here, and we have Python. This will create a bin bash shell on the system, as we don't have a fully interactive shell. So let's do Control-Shift and V and paste this in. And as you can see now, we have a bash shell, a proper bash shell. And we can see the home directory here. Let's cd into home. Let's do ls. Let's start la. No one hiding. Let's do cd Alina. ls again. And we have user.txt, so let's cut this out. We have permission denied, so let's cut hint.txt. So the user is hidden on the system. So what we could do is use the find command to try to find this user on the system. So we can enter this command here, find user Alina. This will find the user Alina and find like any files related to this user. We may find like a hidden file or anything. We get a lot of permission denied, but that's okay. That's to be expected. You see this shell, well, this user.txt here, and we have a etc mysql file private.txt. So what we can do is cut and let's paste this in. And we have a user here, easy right. So let's do sudo u Alina. Let's put in the password. It's a bit weird. Actually, no wonder, I misspelled this. So we want to do SU, Alina, that's my mistake. Alina. That's much better. And we should have, yeah, we have access. Let's do who am I again. And we are this user here. So let's go and do cat user.txt. And we should, yeah, this is looks like it's in base 64. So we could just decode this. So let's remove this here. And let's paste this in. And you'd want to go from base 64 this time. You want to go from, and we have the first flag, so let's paste this in, and that's the first one done. So guys, we can now just have a look for some privilege escalation to try get to root access. Let's put in this command find perm. This will pretty much try to find any commands with like root permissions pretty much. Let's just run this command. We have bin bash, which we could run by just pasting this in and putting p. I'll remember this because I put this in last time from GTF4 bin, so let's just run bin bash -p. And as we can see, we have root. We have a root shell. Let's do who am I. If you want to just check this, you can just go Control-Shift-C and let's go to GTF4 bins, and this will give you SUID binaries. So if we go here and just type in bin bash, just put bash, and you'd get some here for this here. You just want to choose one of them. Pretty much this is one here, the SUID, just bin bash -p, which is kind of what we did. You just go here and just type in the, since we have the bash SUID here, we can do that, but since we're already root, we can just do cat root, cat root.txt, get a little carried away. Actually, we'll need to go to the root folder first, so let's do cd root. Now we're in root, let's do cat root.txt, and we have some more base 64. So let's Control-Shift-C and let's go back to CyberChef, and we'd want to change this, and this is the root, and this is the room pretty much done. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Any video suggestions, just leave them in the comment section and I'll respond. If you want any help, just reach out to me in the comment section and I'll help you. If you'd like this video, like and subscribe. It helps you a lot.